It's the Magic Gathering Strat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brennan, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, is my at least one co-host, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody. Dan is still asleep.
I think so. Dan, you're going to be late for work if you don't hurry up.
Wake up, Dan!
Oh, well. It is very early for him anyway. So, what do we got? We got PREs, a little popper to discuss. So let's get started. What we're going to talk about, a little standard popper or weeks in review. Also, the PCT overview, which was still going on, might be finished, might not, by the time we get through this. So start off with some standard popper. What do we have? The SPDC happened this past Sunday, SPDC 2903. 8 players, 8 reported. I appreciate everybody reporting, but come on, people. Only 8? You can do better than that. It's a fun, it's fun times. Get out there.
Free fun times.
Free, and you win prizes. Seriously. Who doesn't like prizes?
I don't know anybody who doesn't like prizes, Brennan.
That's what I'm saying. Give somebody a prize, say, oh, I don't like prizes. You take that back. No one's ever said that.
It's your prize, then, not their prize.
Right, then you keep it.
Exactly.
All right, first place, Formidable Green. Love it. 5-0 record. Esper Control was 3-2. Mono Red, piloted by the Dr. Chris Baker, 2-2. And then little Golgari action by Master of Physics also went 2-2. But let's take a look at this winner because you know how much I loves the mono. That's right. It's mono green. Look at this. Look at those creatures. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
All creatures, all the time.
Super creature heavy. That's
Heck yeah.
bonkers.
And then what's he got over here? That's right. Things to fight with. Epic Confrontation. Hunter's Ambush. And then Aspect
Hydra. Ooh.
Yep. Haven't seen that in a while. It's awesome. What's he got over here? Sideboard. More fight. More creatures. More fight. Ranger's Guile. More creatures? That's right. Also Return to Earth. Another Nessian. Dragonsguard Bear. Another Hydra. Nilesis. Oh my god. This is a crazy deck, and it went 5-0 on the backs of the Stampeding Elk herd. What was funny is Binkaby was doing a draft, and he was getting just trounced by the Elks, and he was yelling at them saying, "Why are they attacking their Swedish brother?" Because the Elks.
Oh, that's so good. I mean, I like the game plan of this deck. Play lands, play creatures, win.
Heck yeah.
Feels good. I mean,
it does. It's like, what more when little teenage Brennan was first introduced to Magic the Gathering, and I opened up my first Force of Nature and looked at that and said, "Oh my God, 4 green, 8/8 trample with an upkeep of green. Damn, that seems like a good card."
Now just look at Volpine Goliath.
I know.
How far we've come.
Way better. No drawback. And it's common.
It's common.
Oh, Force of Nature. You're the greatest Swamp Thing ever.
You were.
Alright, let's take a look. Oh, yeah. I want to give a little shout out because the Z Factory, run by the Proxy guy, this is one of his lands, but I just like giving a shout out to those guys because they're awesome.
It's so pimp. It's amazing.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't it just hot?
It's so simplistic. I love the... Wow, that's awesome.
I know. I love this pimp forest. Thank you, the Proxy guy. I don't know what your real name is. Sorry.
Frank.
The
Proxy? No, I don't know. I don't know.
Proxy G. He's French. And another forest. Sedge, Scorpion, Chong Chong. There's a little aspect of Hydra. Uh-oh, there we go. What I love is, look what happens. Aspect of Hydra on the Swordwise Centaur makes it a 5/4.
That's just beats.
It is.
Man.
Alright. Yep, and another Swordwise. Look at that. Wow. So far, really great hand. Last card, Hunter's Ambush.
That is an odd inclusion.
It is the one-sided fog, I guess, so you win all combat.
It could make a super swingy turn. So.
Without a doubt. But I don't know if I would include it, but hey, 5-0.
5-0. You can't argue with results, right?
Exactly. Anyway. So, before we talk about whether or not we would keep it, but we're going to keep this hand.
Oh, that's a keep.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's look at this curve. Whoop. It's pretty solid. I like, if you ignore everything, the 1, 2, and 3 drops. I mean, that's like, it's almost perfect right there. And then you have just a little bit out here for the really high-end stuff. You got this elk herd over here. Looks good.
What's the 6 casting cost cards?
The
Goliaths.
Goliath, yeah. The Bolt Pines.
They're super good. You would definitely include them.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see a deck with a curve.
All right. Well, it looks like Dan has decided to join us. Hello, Dan.
Hi there. Am I late?
A little bit late, but hey.
I'm so ashamed.
You should be, but better Nate than Lever.
What?
So, better Nate than Lever.
Yeah.
You haven't heard that joke?
No.
In New Mexico, there's Nate, the talking snake, and is a roadside attraction, right? Okay. But on the other side of the highway is this giant lever. People said it was just art at first, but some people said if you pull the lever, or if it gets moved, it ends the world, stops the world's rotation, ends all of humanity. And then there's this truck, like this 18-wheeler, just going down the highway, lost its brakes. Had to pull off the road because there were people in the road going from one attraction to the other. But he had to make a choice. He chose to run over Nate the Snake because it's better Nate than Lever.
All right.
This is where Brandon's gonna edit in a laugh or a laugh track or something.
I'll probably add crickets because that's what I got.
Am I actually awake?
No, that was. You need to. Dan, this is a dream. Wake up. You're late for the podcast. Wake up, Dan.
Oh, my lord. Ah.
My lord.
All right, let's look at the next 6 cards now that you've endured that terrible joke. Okay, Alpine Grizzly.
Grizzly Bears.
The big Grizz. 4-2 for 3. I don't know. I'm stuck. Do I want 4-2 for 3 or do I want 3-3 for 3? I know what Sam wants.
I want 3-3 for 1.
Yeah.
No drawback.
Oh, well, like I said, I can give you one. You just have to sacrifice a forest for it.
Rogue Elephant.
Yes. That's all. All right, next up is another cool forest. Love that forest. So we have 3 mana, so we can do pretty much anything at this point.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Nessian Courser. Another good one. So this hand is doing some business, I'll tell you what. Boom! Epic Confrontation. Love that card. He is smack-a-dang in the face. Am I right?
You're right.
Yep, another forest. It's just fine. A little bit of a flood never killed anyone, right? And another forest. That's a lot of flooding right there at the end. But still, you have so much presence on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing a creature drop from, turn 2 forward, really. So,
Right. Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
How
super
many
strong, and
creatures
he's
were
got...
in the hand?
What was that?
How many creatures were in the opening hand?
Oh, you had 2 of the Swordwise Centaurs and a Sedge Scorpion.
Yeah.
So I guess you have 1 on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4,
Looks
turn
pretty
5. That is pretty good.
I mean, on turn 5, you're dropping 2 creatures.
Heck yeah.
Or you're confrontationing something and clearing the way, so...
Right, and you have that aspect of Hydra sitting there. You're doing good work. You're doing Karametra's good work.
Karametra, god of green people.
Wasn't
Greens.
Nylea the god of green?
Oh, yeah. Karametra
Oh.
was too, green-white. And then Nylea was solid green. That's right, the bow of Nylea. Yeah. You're doing Nylea's work. All right. What do we have? Sam.
Sam.
How you doing, Sam?
Pretty good. I'm drinking a Hefeweiss.
Hefeweizen?
Yeah, it's bottle conditioned, so it's got a little bit of schmutz floating in the bottom of the glass. It's quite good.
Yeah, that's not bad, though.
Mm.
That's cool. I'm
Yes,
glad you're enjoying yourself.
So my week, pretty much all of my Magic recently has been paper, doing my cube.
Nice.
And I cubed Thursday of last week, and I kind of wrote a metal report on it. So thought we would talk about that because... Sure. I drafted... It was 6 players, because it's really hard to get 8 people. As anybody who's tried to arrange paper Magic knows, it's like herding cats.
Oh, tell me about it.
But at least cats are cuddly.
These are big burly men.
Yeah. So 6 players. I was seated between 2 people, and I couldn't really tell what they were doing. Unfortunately, the guy to my right was drafting 4-color good stuff. And the guy to my right, or my left, was drafting 5-color good stuff. The guy to his left was drafting green, blue. The guy to his left was drafting Esper. And the chick sitting between them, the guy to my right and the guy in the corner, was drafting red-green, or black-green. I drafted Naya because I opened Swiftspear. Then I second picked Become Immense, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to go Gruul.
Sure.
And then I got passed for my third pick, Path's Exile. And I couldn't pass Path.
No, you do not pass Path's Exile.
So I kind of ended up in red, green, white, good stuff. I went 1 and 2 though. I don't think Aggro's strong enough. I beat the guy who was playing Esper because he was basically getting starved on both ends for playable black cards. So he was more Azorius Splash Black, which isn't a bad place to be. But the lady who was playing Black Red just must have had an amazing second pack because I played her and I think it was like my 6th creature that survived more than a turn on the board.
Wow.
And I mean, I curved out nice, but she was just like, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And then she played the 4/4 can't block, black red, Rakdos guy.
Oh,
And that thing is just like, for 3 mana, a 4/4 creature. Like, she played that both games we played on like the second turn or third turn. It was just ridiculous, but it's fun. I've already done another update, and I'll probably put the link up on my Twitter if anybody wants to check it out. I've added 8 cards and removed 8 cards. I do not like the Dragons cards, pretty much. The problem with doing a modern cube is like when you think back to Mirrodin block, the original Mirrodin, everything was so much stronger back then. And then like everything has been toned down so much since. And a lot of those older cards were made to interact with damage on the stack, like the creatures were. So that, like a lot of those older creatures are just not worth playing. So, like I know last week the mana burn coming back thing was a rumor. I just wish it was damage on the stack. I miss it so much.
The damage on the stack was terrible.
It was so good.
No.
So much extra complexity. Confusion.
Yeah, it was like telling newbies not to play.
Right.
Just
Wait,
don't
what?
play creatures.
Just don't play
block.
creatures.
Just don't block. New players.
It was tricksy for sure.
Yeah, because you could do damage, sack something to do more damage.
I mean, like original Ravnica block has so many creatures that are so reliant on damage on the stack, sacrifice after damage is dealt, that it's just such a weak block in comparison to even like Kamigawa, because it didn't have a lot of activated abilities in it. But when you just look at a lot of those older modern creatures, the new creatures are a lot better, even though the spells are a lot weaker. So, but that's what I did. I did go into Magic earlier today and took a look around. I'm trying to get excited for Tempest Remastered, and I don't think that's going to happen. So
It depends if you really like super violent limited formats like Gate Crash. Then you're gonna like Tempest.
I loved Gate Crash Limited, but I mean I remember these cards from playing back in Tempest, and I drafted a lot of Tempest block, and I just can't imagine it's going to be fun in comparison to like Modern Masters or Vintage Masters or any of those. I don't know,
even Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, I watched all of your Dragons draft today on the big screen. I made my wife sit there and put up with it on the big. I streamed it to my PlayStation, and I was like, "That looks like a really insane format." You said
Sam's wife, if you can hear me, forgive me.
she thought it was funny.
Yeah. You provide a lot of humor in there, Dan.
Yeah, you are more than just tapping mana. You're also a funny commentator, and she has she can play Magic. She has a good eye for strategy. But every time I was like, "No, Dan, don't do that, Dan." She was like, "He can't hear you," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I want to watch so I can yell at him later tonight." But I didn't see any real huge issues. So,
well, you should not watch the next video coming up on Tuesday because it's horrible. I am sort of having thoughts about deleting it.
Don't delete it.
It was the time I had to play Dragons of Tarkir Limited. It is probably my worst draft ever.
Oh no.
I mean, the thing about it is like at the end of the day, it seems like it is a trickier format than it looks like. I mean, it looks like there's a lot more complexity.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell, but it looks like the pros are not agreeing on what is best in the format. So it must be complex.
Right.
It looks simple, but it isn't.
The latest limited resources, even LSV's, like, we had 16 different people and like 14 different opinions, and that's pretty rare for Channel Fireball not to get like at least 2 or 3 opinions down is what they were going to go on. So even though it's so simplistic looking, it seems like it's complex. And I guess, with the multicolored setup format, it's kind of more that way. I think it's Fate Reforged that throws everything off, getting it so late and getting such a small amount of it. But that deck you got, that was just amazing. So super solid.
Yeah, it was surprising that it had the blue-white deck you're thinking about.
Oh yeah, the blue-white splashed a little bit of black.
Yeah, it looked like it had nothing going on, no bombs, but it was very solid.
Oh yeah, and it was one of the few times I've seen Kenji do it a couple of times, but very rarely when you go into, you have your solid 2 colors and you're just splashing for just a couple of cards. Like you had I thought the absolute perfect amount of mana to the cards that you wanted to splash, and the cards that you would need those cards for, or the opportunities, mostly would come later in the game. So it was like this perfect combination of when you would need to splash, how you were going to splash, and what you were going to splash. I think it all came together in a really nice setup.
And the fact that you're
never 3 mana, 2 cards, late game cards.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably morphs.
No, and
Sounds good.
The fact that you were splashing for 2 are the more powerful effects. I mean, that command, that thing is just all just straight up bonkers. Both of them were just amazingly good in the situations that you played them. So,
I thought
so. Awesome.
And then Dan and I established that I do have mental time travel powers.
Yes.
So I was yelling at you to bounce a land and kill the morph, because you kept saying, "Well, should I bounce the enchantment and then kill the morph?" I was like, "No,
don't do that, Dan, because it's going to make you kill your own creature." Yeah. The only thing I saw is during the draft, knowing that there's so many multicolored things going on, I may have picked the white Exile multicolored permanent card over the sideboard card that you never brought in, but I think they're super close.
Yeah, it's almost personal preference there. For clarity, we're talking about the Dragons of the Key draft number 4.
Number 4. That's
number
right.
4. If
and
you
the
haven't
Disaster
watched
draft is number 7, coming to you on May the 5th.
If you haven't watched number 4, I recommend it highly. Even though Dan admittedly made a few play mistakes, it was a really solid deck. Really, really good. So
it allowed for mistakes and didn't.
Like your second game opponent pointed out, this student of Ojutai gained you like 12 life that one game. Kurt seems like a house. So
yeah, LSV was so down on white. Can't agree with that.
It looks really solid. I mean, the Mist Hoof seems really, really good, actually, off of the Megamorph. So
I like it. I loved it in my sealed pool when I was at the store the other day. I'm telling you, Mist Hoof Karen. It's got Mist Hoof legs.
In one of the earlier drafts, I was crushed by a white deck that gained a ton of life and bolstered and went on. So I like that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, bolster actually seemed to work really good, and you had the Skullguard Elite in it, so as everybody calls it, the Mythic Uncommon.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. But anyway, I did the Cube Draft at Boom Comics in Topeka, Kansas. If anybody wants to check them out, pretty awesome.
Comics. Okay,
Boom.
Cool.
Boom. They've only been open since December, and they're the best comic book shop that has ever had residence in the lovely city of Topeka, Kansas.
Nice.
Yeah, good times. That was my week.
Cool. Well, Dan, I guess we already kind of talked about some of your limited stuff.
Yeah, I think that draft was the highlight. The Patreon dictated I should play one draft a week, and that is way too little, actually. So I am a noob at the draft format, and this was the trio draft was just my third one.
Right.
So I think I'm going to switch to Phantom Seals and try to play some more if I find the time.
When Tempest drops, are you going to switch to Tempest for a while?
No. I hate Tempest Limited.
Okay.
I like dirtily slow limited formats like M14. And when people kill each other that fast and nobody can block, it's like a nightmare for me.
Okay.
When it comes to limited. So yeah. If there are flashback drafts, Tempest is one of my very least favorites.
All right. Well, let's see. Who is up next? Oh, it's me. I don't have too many updates. One, just this evening something happened, Dan, and I was talking with Mr. David Schaffer.
Yay! Schaffer!
Yeah. Schaffer 5. Yep, he said hi to everybody, and he wanted me to make sure that you guys knew he said hi. He was just asked him what he'd been doing recently, and he has been doing some live paper cubing, which I thought was relevant to our interest. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was nice to talk to David again. It's been a while. But past that deck updates, I'm slowly building my super secret cube. Been trading a lot on Deckbox, that website. It's nice because you can trade cards and not have to spend any money on it. So, yay, trading cards. Trying to think of what else has been going on. Not a lot of Magic, other than I've been watching a ton. Like, instead of watching television, I watch Magic videos, whether it's Dan or Kenji or Binkaby, who has been filling up a lot of my time. Yay, Binkaby, thank you for doing all those. But another thing that's coming up, and Bava wanted us to talk about it. It said that Punning Pugilist has used his winner's vote to decree that the format for our next league will be Classic Pauper. Dun dun dun. He's going to open up the sign-ups this Friday, May 1st, and the league will begin 2 weeks later. And he's also thinking, everybody should be thinking about what should the format of the next league be. Also, he wanted to remind everybody that we are always looking for more writers and players and streamers. We have several days in the week that we don't stream on.
We have 4 days that we do stream, but we have 3 more and several hours on those days where we need more streams.
Right. We have time to fill, so it'd be cool if you could. I was watching Pyrocore tonight playing the PCT, and I'll get into that when we talk about the PCT. But hey, it's always good. If you're looking for an outlet, let us know. Also, and we'll say this at the end as well, but don't forget about the Patreon. You can actually get to it on the site by clicking on the About Us page. And he still wants everybody to know that he streams Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. And he will take on challenges. If you challenge him with a deck, he has a deck in every format. So bring it on, is what he said. He said something about he's the best and y'all are chumps. I don't know, whatever. Take it up with him.
That
Fridays,
sounds exactly like Bava, folks.
2 to 4 p.m. Pacific. Okay. All right. Now it's time to talk about the second season of the Standard Pauper Gauntlet. Dun dun dun. That's right. It's been all the way since M14, y'all, since we've done this. So, Dan, did you want to talk about the Standard Pauper Gauntlet 2015?
Yes. As you know, we have a Patreon for MagicGatheringStrat, for this show, for the YouTube channel, for the website, for the stream, and it's currently at $154. The next upcoming goals are monthly play-run tournaments. Right now they are once every 2 months, so that happens at $200. If we get to $225, I will do an extra pauper video a week. But if you get to $250, me and Bava are ready to run the standard Poppy Gauntlet. So it will work. We'll play every other round, so it will be incredibly chaotic. He will play round 1, I will play round 2, etc.
Right.
But we are all ready to do this. So what we need you to do is to become a patron of Magic Gathering Strat. There are rewards of all kinds. You get access to the Mysterious Beleriand Society forums, which where great things happen. And you get to force me to make videos with any deck you want. In
like
Pauper and Standard Pauper.
Yes, torturing Dan with crazy decks is awesome.
If there are enough of you, there will be a Standard Pauper Gauntlet. We are ready to start this at any time, but we would like to start it no later than August at least, because otherwise we might have to postpone it after the regular Pauper Gauntlet Season 3, which is coming on the 8th of November. So please, patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.
Do you think you can cram it in between August and November?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be tight.
Yeah, what we'll probably do is to play the rounds simultaneously to speed it up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That makes sense.
It would be confusing if we played each other. No, we probably will avoid that.
Gotcha. All right, well, sounds good. So now...
There's also, of course, the Modern Gauntlet at $400.
Whew.
So if we get to $400 before August, it will be really intense.
That's a lot of commitment.
Yes.
So come on, let's see if we can break Dan. Do it.
If it happens later in August, we will just stack the gauntlets so they will happen one after each other. So there will be constant gauntlets going on.
And constant hair loss on Dan's end.
No, I love playing the gauntlets, so don't worry about me. I want to play gauntlets all day, every day.
Cool. Well, I love the idea. So I guess let's check up now on Pauper Classic Tuesday.
Did they finish?
No, we are still in the finals. Illisan is on board. It looks like he's way ahead versus Gons. But 9 minutes to 16 minutes, like, for two affinity mirror, this has been a long second game.
Wow. So are we talking about last week's tournament instead?
We can. Let's see.
We talked about last week's tournament. Last week, we recorded on Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
I do know that the quarterfinal matches were Affinity versus Mono Black Control. So it wasn't like, it was kind of strange, I guess.
What I was talking about earlier is I was watching our stream, and Puracore had he was playing Bant Fog, made top 8. It's really cool. But he fought most everybody that was in the finals, and he too was in the top 8. So he fought the robots. The robots didn't beat him until the last... No, actually, he was beat by Delver. Den of Bears beat him in the top 8. So, Den went to... Well, wouldn't Den have been in top 4?
Den? No, I think he ended at top 8. Yeah, and Elisan just won the robots matchup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
1 million artifacts and an ATOG, and he did the deed. So that's
Sounds
it.
like
it's
a party.
over. It's over. It's over.
Party.
So, no, Dan, I think he's had to stop in top 8. Let's see, they just updated the...
There it is.
Matchup. Yeah, he was in 7th.
Yep, top 8 with, Pyrocore, Din, Dark Void, Cavallo, Stompy. There you go.
I have the Pyrocore stream uploaded to YouTube. I just have to tag it and put it up.
There you go. If you want to watch some really nice technical play, I mean, he makes... Clearly, he's human and makes mistakes, but he plays Bant Fog thinking through it far better than I ever did. I played that quite a bit back in the day. But if you want to hear some... He gives really great commentary about why he's choosing to do this over that. So please go to the website and watch. I think he plays very well. And if you want to see for yourself, go out there. But he's just as hard on himself as anyone else could be. So, maybe not bag on him too much, because he's pretty good at doing it himself. Is there any difference between these two? Yeah, see, he lost to Pyrocore. Let's see, we got Atog, Carapace, blah, blah. Oh yeah, Sun Chaser. LA Sun did Sun Chaser. And the thing Dan likes to see, Prophetic Prism.
2 prisms. Just sitting there not doing much.
Yep. Well, what does Gons play? Also lost Pyrocore. I saw that one as well.
Sanctum Gargoyle.
Sanctum Gargoyle.
Yeah.
What?
That was kind of his grindy.
And again, the 2 prisms. So they're not playing spheres; they're playing prisms over spheres. Is that what I'm seeing?
Star.
Yeah, here's Star.
3 stars.
3 stars.
Both decks ran 3.
Yeah.
That seems weird. Stars and spheres just seem like a lot better than the prisms in these decks.
I agree.
But I mean, he went, what, 5-2?
Yep. Let's look at what Pyrocore ended up. Oh, Den of Bears. Yep, lost to Den. Oh, okay, and then... Oh, that's right. And then went Eliasana in the top 8. I'm sorry, I mixed those two up. But yep. Hot-handed robots. Yeah, look at that. Affinity, 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 Delver.
So he has a good match against Affinity and a bad match against Delver, go figure. What's Riot Control?
That's the one, prevent all damage, gain life.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing about that is it's all damage, not combat damage.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
That looks like a good build of that deck.
I think so.
Really, I think 3 colors is hard to pull off, but because you will lose a certain amount of games to not finding your mana.
He's running 7. He's running 4 and 3 on the search lands.
Yeah. I never saw him hurt for mana because he has so much draw. But here's his super secret tech right there. Check that out.
Quiet Despair. I was just looking at that on the website.
That's awesome. One game, it was an Affinity player, and he kept a 1-lander, and he had Quiet Disrepair on his 1 land and destroyed it the next upkeep, and the guy had no chance, and it was over. And he had to sit there and watch as Pyrocore slowly but surely destroyed him.
Why the top blue in the sideboard?
For Delver.
Delver? Okay.
It slows Delver down at least. They have to win with the Spy Golems.
Right.
Delver is a problem matchup for this deck, so
I mean, Delric can just do so much damage so quick.
Yeah.
And counter the Moments Piece and stuff. Wow, he's running Moments Piece, Dawn Charm, Riot Control. I mean, poor Fog. Poor Fog.
Yeah, old school Fog just not good enough.
Just not good enough. It doesn't do enough anymore. Dark Miyagi. Okay.
I wonder if they would ever reprint Moments Peace, if they ever do Flashback again.
I doubt it. When they did Flashback again, they didn't reprint anything, did they?
No. I mean, they've done Flashback twice now, right? They did it in Time Spiral Block, and they did it in Innistrad, and reprinted virtually nothing from the first time.
From Odyssey?
Yeah. I mean, Odyssey was so heavily themed, though, that it would probably be really tough to reprint stuff.
Like, if anything is reprinted, this is a good candidate. Because I don't think a Fog can be, or at least this is not overpowered, it's just very good.
Right.
It's definitely one of the best Fogs ever printed. I mean,
I think
the ability to do it a couple times makes it a lot more worthwhile. So
he was talking in his stream about how even at the top of the stream you'll see R.I.P. Treasure Cruise. Because he was lamenting the loss of Treasure Cruise quite a bit.
Yeah, that deck loved Treasure Cruise.
Oh, no kidding. Because he said this deck got hurt more than just about any other deck. He said this deck isn't super strong to begin with. He said, but Treasure Cruise made it good. And he said some of the others felt very little effect from Treasure Cruise being banned. Because, Delver was still good, and anything else that was drawing cards is still just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, some decks probably got better by, like not trying to jam Cruise in inappropriately. So,
well, they shouldn't have been doing that
in
the first place. Dan, we know you're a Cruiseaholic.
There were so many decks. Let's splash blue for Cruise. Come on, guys.
My favorite was Boros Kitty with Cruise.
I remember that. That was fun.
Oh, Dan.
I wasn't the one building that deck, I think. I just played it.
You just encouraged it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I'm probably the only one of the few people watching the Modern Master spoilers going, come on, commons. Spoil some commons. I want commons. I keep checking Mythos spoiler for that.
Yeah, I'm still leery about those that are spoiled because I don't see any hard evidence to back them up.
The fact that they were spoiled on MTG Salvation and there's no source on any of them makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, the guy who spoiled it was pretty reliable with the last Modern Masters, though.
I mean, none of it's shocking.
Guy.
You don't really look at it and go, oh, I don't think that's going to get reprinted.
But here's the thing that I am shocked about, is why are they reprinting all the Eldrazi if they're going back to Zendikar?
Yeah, I think they're wasting Mythic slots here. We didn't need a reprint of Kozilek and Ulamog.
I mean, they're not expensive or super played. I mean, Emrakul is the only one that really needs to reprint.
Yeah. And we definitely did not need Incendiary Command and Profane Command, but they are rares.
Yeah, they were just printed in commander sets.
Yeah.
How they both were,
and
weren't
Online
they?
definitely did not need more Dark Confidence, but paper does, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm holding off. I mean,
all of these cards are really expensive in paper. I mean, even the ones that are in high supply online, are insanely expensive in paper. Like, some of these are 3 or 4 times the amount. So that as versus online. So yeah.
I'm glad to see Hierarch and Fulminator Mage and Goblin Guide and Mox Opal. Now finally I can play Affinity.
With all of those cards.
And of course Splinter Twin, but that was a given, I think.
Right. Yeah, I need 3 Goblin Guides in paper. And I am going to wait now.
Now I want to see Spell's Guide.
Oh, that's going to get a reprint. I don't doubt that. That's going to be in here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks. Is it that much time left?
A month.
Yeah, it's about a month at this point because the GP Las Vegas is about a month from now. I think it's.
But isn't that so? When those spoilers begin?
Probably next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they probably will draw it out 2 weeks like they did with Modern Masters 1.
Yeah.
So
I need Oblivion Stone as well, but I'm fairly confident that will be there.
Yeah.
it's gonna be insane to see how they can make this different from the first one. They've done a good job just by getting the few, just what you see here, having the Eldrazi stuff, and then the Return to Mirrodin stuff. So
yeah. Well, I expect. I think they have plenty of themes for their decks, so it will be. I think it will be good. There will be poison. There will be a Metalcraft deck. Maybe elves.
Well, that'd be interesting. I guess they did giants last time, so that's not too far-fetched.
Yes, I think they're saving zombies for Modern Masters 2017 for Innistrad.
Oh, they finally included it. Yeah.
Because, that makes a lot more sense.
Have the Geralf's Messenger and all that goodness in there.
Maybe when they do the next one, they'll go, okay, this one's going to start later, but go all the way to Return to Ravnica or something like that. Because they can't just keep expanding these, or some of the sets are just going to have like one rare from it and like 2 commons.
But I think the next one will be Innistrad and Ravnica block, and then anything else that needs a reprint.
Yeah. I mean, if they go that current, then they won't have to do another one where they expand again, because a lot of the cards now are in such high supply that they don't need to keep adding blocks. So, because Ravnica is when the uptick happened and a lot of new players got added. So
that is true. All right, well, there you have it, folks. Pauper Classic Tuesdays did finish.
And some modern spoilers.
All right, so if you would like to, please visit us at MagicGatheringStrat.com. YouTube also, Magic Gathering Strat. Please like and subscribe. This is where the videos are going to be. Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat. Become a patron. Dan talked about the goals that we're so close to reaching. You can help us out there. Twitter at MagicGathStrat. Also, if you want to follow me at Cerulean Says Hi, hello. Or Sam at SPO7677. We are also on the Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat and on iTunes. You can get this on your phone or iPad or just iTunes on your computer. iPod Nano.
iBox.
Apple Shuffle.
Yeah, the Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
Anything that your little apple heart desires. Beep. Whoa.
Wow.
I don't think they have that. The iPlug.
You know nothing.
Oh no. What, didn't they have the human scent iPad on on the South Park.
Yes.
So gross. All right, folks. Well, that's it for the show. I am Brennan.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dan.
And this has been the MagicGatheringStrat Show.
MagicGatheringStrat.
It's the whispers that get you.